There we go. So here we have this Bactrian treasure that is a symbol of a very sophisticated civilization, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
if you think of ancient civilization, there we go. What comes to your mind? So here we have this Bactrian treasure that is, what comes to your mind when you think of an ancient civilization?
What came in my mind? Uh, uh, Came Egypt.
Egypt, uh-huh.
Uh, uh, what the name of the Ur dos Caldeus?
Yeah.
Uh, uh,
Chaldea, right? Yeah.
yeah, there is a name. There is a name of this
Mesopotamia.
Mesopotamia. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So we can think of, you think of Egypt, you think of Mesopotamia. Right. Yes. Very good. And if we think of Bactria, we say, huh?
what is that?
Yeah, what is that? Is it a kind of bacteria?
Yeah.
So let us see. Bactria map.
China, I think China, there's an ancient civilization too. China.
China. Yes, good. So let us put here China. And then if we take a look here at this Bactria map here, okay, the Greco-Bactrian kingdom. So it was really here in the between China, India, and the way to go to Europe, that you can go to Europe.
Yeah.
And here was Egypt, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
And here was Mesopotamia, the area between the rivers, the Tigris and the Euphrates. So, and Israel was here in this corner, this little corner here. So we have that, you can see that the Bactrian kingdom was quite big.
Yeah. Big.
It was quite a big territory there. And one curious thing, at least this map doesn't show that they had contact with the ocean. It was a kind of inland empire, right? And
There was fire
yeah,
there.
and here you have Bactra apparently was a capital, and they also had a city called Bactrian, I think.
Alexandria.
Yeah, but this Alexandria is not the same as in Egypt. It was a different one.
Okay, it's another.
Yeah, in Egypt is here. This was the famous one. Here, probably, I don't know which one came first. But here it's an older empire as well. So, but it's from the Greek period. So we have to learn more about history. I don't know much about it, but I like treasures. I like treasures. I like gold. I prefer money, you know. Gold is a lot of work. I prefer cash in the bank. But here you have these verbs, and you had to complete this summary about Bactria. So can you read for me, please?
Okay, sure. Over 2,000 years ago, Bactria was a region between the Mediterranean Sea and China and India. Many traders traveled across the region.
Many traders traveled across
the region.
Pronunciation. Region. Okay, the region. They traveled across the region.
Bought and sold goods.
Goods.
From different countries. As a result, the people of Bactrian became rich and powerful. And they made beautiful objects with gold, silver, and stone. Okay. In 1978, a group of archaeologists discovered more than 2,000 Bactrian objects. They called it the Bactrian treasure.
Okay, excellent. Very good. Did you have any questions about these verbs? Was it difficult?
No,
Did you
that was,
know all these verbs?
yeah, I know.
All right, fantastic. Uh-huh. So when you are looking at these photos of the Bactrian treasure, what do you think the objects are? So based on the video, you already know. So do you know?
Okay, the first one, it's a crown made of gold,
Mhm.
and it's very beautiful.
It
This
is very,
different,
very beautiful. Different, really.
many details, little pieces.
Yeah.
Uh,
Mhm.
the second one, I think it's a part of the belt. Don't know.
Mhm.
They
Okay.
say about that. This object.
Mhm.
And the third one is about a bracelet. Uh,
Bracelet.
bracelet with a lion head.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Number four.
Fourth is a statue of cat,
Mhm.
stone, statue of
Mhm.
stone statue of cat.
Mhm. Yeah. Number five. Hello, hello. You froze.
I think
Hello. You
I
froze.
yeah I received a message a call now.
Ah, okay.
I deny. But
Oh, good.
I'm sorry. I'm busy now. I'm
Yes. Uh-huh.
number five. It's about the head of the uh, people of Bactrian.
Uh-huh. Are they real heads?
No, no, no. It's a
Ah,
stone head, I think.
okay. The sculptures. Okay. And number six?
It's a belt. This is a belt.
Uh-huh. Yeah, the buckle of a belt. Uh-huh. Very good. Excellent. Excellent. So here we have the match the descriptions to the photos, right? And the narrator doesn't describe one of the photos. So there you had it, all of them. We talked about it. He doesn't say. And then watch the video again. Choose the correct options to complete the sentences. So number one.
C, Afghanistan.
No, read the sentence.
Okay, over 2,000 years ago, the northern part of Afghanistan was called Bactria.
Right, exactly. The northern part of Afghanistan. Very good. Number two.
It became a rich region and famous for its kings and queens, their places and gold.
Mhm. Number three.
The archaeologists moved the treasures to the National Museum of Kabul, in Kabul.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. In Kabul. Usually in English they pronounce it Kabul.
Kabul, okay.
Yeah. But I don't know how they pronounce it in their language. But in English, that's how we hear. And number
Neither-
four.
Then in 2004, archaeologists discovered 6 underground vaults in Kabul.
Mhm. Vaults. What are vaults?
Vaults are safe.
Right. Uh-huh. Can you read for me the pronunciation of this verb here?
Discovered.
Ah, discovered. Okay, excellent. Because I thought I had heard discovered.
Oh, maybe I made this. Sometimes I made mistakes.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we are all humans, right? Don't pronounce the E.
Discovered. Okay.
Yeah. And then number five.
The statue of the cat tells us that animals were important in Bactrian culture.
Animals were important. Yeah, animals were important. And number six.
Now the Bactrian treasure is traveling to museum all around the world. The world.
All around the world. Yeah. And
All
then you
the
had here the discussion of important objects in history. Or here they are suggesting you to think if you produced a video, the world in the early 21st century. So what would you show about the world in the early 21st century? If you're preparing a short video about the world in the 21st century, what you personally would like to show to the future generations, like somebody living in 100 years in the future, if Jesus doesn't return or hasn't returned yet.
Yeah.
So in 100 years, in 21, 22, wow, it's a long time in the future if you think about it. So in 21, 22, and you wanted to show this is the world, this is Brazil, or this is the world in the early 21st century. What things would you like to include in your video?
Maybe I would include the cell phone. I think this is the way that we use to communicate.
Mhm.
I think it's I think this is a important object that we have in this century. Nobody has we can't find no one without a cell phone today.
Mhm. It's
Yeah,
true, it's true. Even though sometimes you do.
yeah. I know. I have a friend of mine that if he forget if he forget the cell phone at home, they come back to take.
Oh yeah, me too, because my cell phone is my wallet. I don't have a wallet anymore. I only
Yeah,
use the cell phone. I carry the cell phone around. I
yeah,
go to the supermarket only with my cell phone.
really.
Yeah.
Pix, just using Pix.
No, I use the credit card of the cell phone.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, because the
Uh,
cell phone has a wallet, right? So I use the cell phone. Of course, I can use Pix as well, but usually I use the credit card, and that's it.
yeah, yeah. So I I I would tell about the cell phone and
Good.
how we use it. We use a lot for many kinds of uh, 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 we use it of many kind of interaction.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Another one, uh, maybe tell about the uh, mm, cars. I think how how we move in this century.
Mm-hmm.
Show the cars, show the transportation. How do we transport here?
Mm-hmm.
Which more? Um, it's five. I need to find five. For,
No, they are suggesting seven, right? They're
seven.
suggesting seven, but it doesn't need to be seven.
House. I think how our how our house is bought, built, built is
Mm-hmm.
built.
Mm-hmm.
How can we live in this house?
They are bought or they are built?
Built. They are built.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Maybe tell about the coin, the cryptocurrency. I don't know, starting to use the
Mm-hmm.
cryptocurrency or the cash that we use, paper, the cash, the paper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, that we are stopping to use, right?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. You would put this as a time capsule, right?
yeah. Mm,
They are useful. Yeah, they would tell time capsules, right? They would be showing what life was like.
yeah.
in our century, in our time. I would also include something like the importance of WhatsApp and social media in general. I would put some pictures about it, you know.
Okay, yeah. Internet, the revolution of the internet. How?
Yeah, the revolution of the internet.
This morning,
And how it is, because when it
a surprise
started,
discovery.
it was only about searching and accessing information, right? It was like a gigantic newspaper, a gigantic library, the internet in the beginning, as much as I remember. But then now in our time, it's more about communication, really, talking to each other, right?
A business, I think.
Business for business, how it has impacted, right?
Yeah, you can do everything on the internet.
You can do you can do anything. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
You can pay your bills.
Yeah. So I'll show you now a video of a time capsule from more than 100 years ago. Do you know what a time capsule is? Capsule.
Yes, I know.
Sometimes,
what is it? It's a people gathering together things that they think it's important and put into the capsule, and they buried. They
buried.
They buried, and 100 years ago they desenterrar this cave.
They what?
How can I say desenterrar?
They unearthed.
They unearthed the crystal, open and all. In that age, what the object were important. These objects
were yeah. So let us see some of the objects that they found here in this time capsule then.
Inside the capsule were 3 books, including an almanac from 1875, Inside the capsule were 3 books, including an almanac from 1875, a cloth envelope, a pamphlet, and a silver coin.
I think it's part of the mystery of maybe the lost cause. What were they thinking back then?
Records from the Library of Virginia indicated around 60 items would be found inside, and a newspaper article from that time period suggested the capsule contained Civil War artifacts and a picture of Lincoln lying in his coffin. Instead, just those 6 items and the 3 books appeared to have suffered severe water damage.
There were no open buy dates prior to the 1920s, 1930s. They put these time capsules in with the expectation that they would last in perpetuity. So it's like, well, why would they do that?
So what did they discover in this time capsule? Let's play again. Go ahead.
They found 3 books, I think. Encyclopedia.
Inside the capsule were 3 books, including an almanac from 1875.
It was not exactly an encyclopedia. It's similar, but it was an almanac. Yeah. When? What's the date of this almanac?
18s, I think. 18s.
18 what?
18.
Pay attention. Listen.
75, a clock, including an almanac from 1875.
That's right, 1875. Sharpening the listening, right? 1875. That's right. So imagine how old it was. Do you know what an almanac is?
I have mistake now because
I have a mistake. No, it's not a mistake. Just tell me.
Encyclopedia and almanac for me is the same.
They kind of, because the encyclopedia usually is more than one volume, right?
Yeah,
one volume. It's more than one book. It's a collection of books. Usually we call it an encyclopedia. And an almanac is one book that has a lot of information in it, and usually very small print. So I never liked almanacs very much because they are very small print. It's impossible to read. But they were very popular in the 19th century, early 20th century, because they had kind of all the information that was useful for that year. And imagine in that time, you didn't have many newspapers, you didn't have radio, didn't have television. So information that you needed, you would have in the almanac, about weather, about seasons, about history, about politics, about democracy, about everything in one book. So it was interesting.
Our Google.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It was our Google at that time. And I remember that in my lifetime, I bought, I think, 2 or 3 annual almanacs like this. Like, for example, 1995 almanac, whatever happened in that year. But then you never really go back to check. And so it was kind of... So there were 3 books, including an almanac, unless it was Almanac do Tio Patinhas. Do you remember those almanacs?
Yeah,
and it was called an almanac. So it was a word that we used in Brazil as well.
I had some in my...
Yeah, and it was an almanac because it had many stories. It was not only 1 or 2, right? It had many.
Yeah.
And it was a collection of stories. So it was more expensive than the regular comics book. So they found these 3 books. What else? Hold on. She speaks fast. Go ahead.
They found a currency too.
How does she say it?
5, a cloth envelope, a pamphlet. 75, a cloth envelope, a pamphlet, and a silver coin.
There you go. She gave a list. Very fast, but she gave the list.
1875, a cloth envelope, a pamphlet, and a silver coin.
Could you hear?
Pamphlet. They found a pamphlet.
Uh-huh.
A coverlet.
Again, last time.
Capsule were 3 books, including an almanac from 1875, a cloth envelope, a pamphlet, and a silver coin.
I think it's
A cloth envelope.
Very good. Yeah.
part of the mystery.
Oops. Okay. So that's what they found there. They found 3 books.
3 books.
Including an almanac, a cloth envelope. Probably it was something that they used to do.
Cloth.
What is a cloth envelope?
I don't know. Cloth.
What is a cloth?
Cloth. 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 Don't know too.
Cloth. Yeah, you know the word clothes, don't you?
Yeah. Cloth. It's about to have clothes.
Right. So yeah. So tecido, right? Um envelope de tecido. Never seen it in my life. I've never seen a cloth envelope.
It's not fabric.
Yeah, that's another word. Yeah.
Okay.
Envelope. Let us see if we can get some images of cloth envelope. Okay. Images. No, cloth. Yeah, they are calling it here a fabric envelope.
Okay.
Maybe the fibers. They use fibers that are to make the envelope. I don't know. Don't know. So, because look at the condition of the envelope. It's really damaged. And also a pamphlet.
Pamphlet.
And a silver coin.
Silver coin.
Yeah. So that's what they found in this time capsule back from 1875. If you were going to make a time capsule about 2022, what would you put in this box, in this capsule?
A cell phone.
You would put a cell phone, okay.
Book. We really don't use more book nowadays.
Yeah, we don't.
Uh,
Well, many people still do. I like buying books. I am always surrounded by books.
yeah, but it's not important than was be. Uh, uh, well, the book is not important as it was in the past.
True, true. Yeah, well, in Brazil, the books were never important, unfortunately.
You see, you can see the library empty, totally empty,
Yeah,
to, without people.
yeah. But this was not only the population's fault, it was the problem of the libraries that they made it difficult for people to go to the library, you know? Like you had to register, you couldn't borrow the books, you had to read the books there. So it was like, don't come. And the librarians were unpleasant people. Because you see, the good librarians, they encourage people to read. But the librarians that I saw in Brazil, not everybody, of course, but some librarians, they were like, why are you here? I'm busy. I'm relaxing. Don't bother me. So, but you're right. Books are not that important nowadays. So what else would you put?
um, the money. I think I will put money,
You would put some cash.
some cash. Yes,
Mhm,
maybe euro or dollar.
mhm.
Most common.
No real?
Yeah, the real don't make value. Don't have
Oh, but
value.
it's representing your time, right? Your
Oh,
time. It's your time capsule.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
not.
yeah.
Yeah.
Currency money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
More. Mm-hmm. Uh, cell phone. Uh,
I would put a searing.
Searing. Searing.
Yeah.
What is that?
What do
Searing.
you think it is?
I don't know. Really don't know. Searing. Syringe.
Mm-hmm. No idea.
Seringa.
Yes, that's right.
Oh.
Because of the vaccine of COVID.
Oh. Okay. Okay. A
So
mask.
I would put a symbol. Uh-huh, good. A mask. Yeah. Yeah. This is something very representative of our time as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. A mask. Mm-hmm. Well, we have here already 4 items. But
Yeah.
so you see the idea, thinking about what is important in your time. And sometimes it's difficult to remember, right? To think about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It is difficult. What is important to tell future generations about my time?
Yeah. Maybe.
I think cell phone and the mask are gonna be important.
Yeah. I think I would put a newspaper daily
You would put a newspaper
to what
to
happened.
document the date, right?
Yes, what was happening that day.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Right. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That would be something. Mhm. Do you think of anything else?
Oh, that I think it's okay. That's enough.
Right. Yeah, yeah. Because I remember a long time ago when I was, I think, 13, 12, 13, and there was a renovation in our house, and they had to make a big hole in the kitchen. There was a problem in the kitchen, and they had to dig a big hole, and they
Okay.
had to remove some earth,
Mm.
and then in the earth they found some toys.
Really?
Yeah.
Toys?
Yeah, and there was, I remember still today, it was a very old green car, a plastic. but old. So I imagine it was from the 1950s, something like that, because the house was old, you know,
Wow.
50s or 60s. So, and it was there, the little toy, and thought, oh, interesting.
Nice.
I imagine a little boy lost his toy
Oh my.
because it was not like in a box, something like that. It was just in the middle of all the dirt, you know.
Yeah, the middle of the earth. Okay.
Yeah, so probably when they were making some renovation or building the house, there was a boy nearby, and he forgot, he lost his car in the middle there, and it stayed together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
interesting.
do you
But
have
your imagination starts working. Who was
yeah,
this boy? What did this toy represent? It's funny.
yeah.
That's
You
funny.
have a travel. You have a travel to the past.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. So here in the grammar review, here we have complete the text with the past simple from the verbs. So let us see there what you completed.
Yeah, I think we have
We
done
did this one.
Yeah.
Where did we stop?
We stopped we did the one and the two.
Okay, so it's number 3 now.
Yeah.
Okay. So here they are asking you number 3, make 5 sentences with the words in the table. So here you have, we, parará, to charity, we at a currency exchange, etc. So you
Okay.
had to use money and the phrases. What did you do?
Okay. The first we change money at the currency exchange.
Right. So we change money at a currency exchange. Okay.
Yeah. We earn money at work.
We earn money at work. Sometimes.
Yeah. We spend money in shops.
Yes.
We give money to charity.
Do you?
Yeah, I think I have. Adra, it's a kind of charity.
Yes, it is. So you give. Yeah.
Yeah. We keep money in a purse of wallet.
In a purse or wallet.
A purse or wallet. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. We keep money in a purse or wallet. Very good. Yeah. And then here they were asking you to complete the sentences.
Yeah. I can pay by credit
The
card.
question.
Can I pay by credit card or check? Check.
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 Check. Yeah. Can I pay by credit card or check? Number 2.
Turn off your mobile phone in the lesson.
Turn off your mobile phone in the lesson. Yeah. Number 3.
You can find seashop on a beach.
Sea shop on the beach. Yeah. Yeah. You can find sea shop on the beach. What is a sea shop?
A shop that sells things about beach.
Okay. I'll grant you this. Yeah. But they used the idea here was what can you find on the beach? On the beach. Seashells.
Shells. Okay.
Seashells. Do you know seashells?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you can find seashells on a beach, but very creative. You were thinking about money. You can find sea shops on the beach. That's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. You can buy lots of souvenirs by the sea shop. It's a good name for a shop. Come to the sea shop. And number 4.
I don't know much. I always pay my bills by bank through
Bank transfer.
bank transfer. Okay, bank transfer.
Yeah.
That's true.
Pix is a kind of bank transfer, e-bank transfer. So I always pay my bills by bank transfer. And it's a form of Pix or electronic payment.
Yeah.
And number 5.
How much money is in your bank account?
How much money is in your bank account?
Not much.
What money? That's my question. And then you have number 5. You complete the adjectives with ed or ing. So number 1, this is something that many people get confused with, right?
Yeah, including me.
Okay, so let us check.
We're interested in history.
Right.
Story is very exciting. This film is a bit boring. And I'm tired and I need to go. I need to go to bed.
Excellent, excellent. And then they ask you here in number 6, say the name of a famous person and guess how old he or she is. Could you think of any famous person and try to guess how old that person is? Think of a famous person.
Famous person, Lula.
Lula. And how old is he?
80s, I think.
80. Okay, so let me ask my Google here. Hey, Google, how old is President Lula?
Luis Inácio Lula da Silva is 77 years old.
77.
Okay, almost 80.
Almost. And when you think of Lula 77, what comes to your mind? Is he too old to be president? Is he okay to be president? What do you think? Not about the politics, about the age.
Age. I think
to be 77 and to be the president of a country, you think is okay?
If you think about the regular person gets retired between 65, I think 60, 65. So I think to be president, I think he's a little old. He would be. Yeah, he would. He should be rested. I think.
Go to green pastures, right? Go to green pastures and rest.
Go to the Cuba, traveling to the Cuba. Sei lá,
go to Cuba or Venezuela. Okay, no political attacks, just the age. I don't know, but 77, if the person is healthy, again, I'm not talking about the political person, but if he's an intelligent person and very experienced, then it's a plus maybe to be the president.
Okay.
But if the president is not all powerful, because if the president is very powerful, then it's not good because it's too much for an old person. Come on. Too much stress.
Yeah.
And how about King Charles of the UK? King Charles, how old is he?
He almost 82.
Yeah, and he started now as king, right?
Yeah.
Let us ask Google. Hey, Google, how old is King Charles?
74 years old.
74.
Okay.
So Lula and Bolsonaro, yeah, close. And Joe Biden. How old is Joe Biden?
Yeah, he's old too. He's old too.
Hey, Google, how old is Joe Biden?
Joe Biden is 80 years old. People also ask me, who is the oldest elected president? Want to hear the answer?
No, thank you. He's 80.
Okay.
80.
80. Wow. So he's older than Lula, huh? And honestly, from what I hear, he's not so good.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, but other people say that he was never very focused, even when he was young. So I'm talking about Joe Biden. And so now he's old, he's not focused. He forgets things.
I think he's keeping the same.
Yeah,
keeping
he's
the-
just the same. Exactly, exactly. And here in number 7, is just putting the words in order to make requests. So that's piece of cake. Go for it.
Yeah.
Number 1.
Could you give me $1?
Only $1. Could you give me $1? Yeah, what can you do with $1? It's not so much anymore. But my
Could you give-
sister-in-law, go ahead.
Maybe to keep in the capsule.
In the time capsule. Yeah, good point. Good point. Very good, Lucas. My sister-in-law, she used to live in Dallas, but now she's in a moving transition to Austin, in another part of Texas. So she's moving. She's still more or less living in 2 cities. Some time of the month she spends in Dallas, other times in Austin. But the plan is in the near future to move only to Austin. And she says that in Dallas, there are not many people asking for money in the traffic lights. There are, but not so many. But in Austin, she said, people are asking for money everywhere, she said. I thought it was interesting.
Like São Paulo?
Like São Paulo, at traffic lights, at the door of a store. And sometimes people say, can you give me $1? So it's funny. And sometimes they say, I need to buy some drugs. Can you give me $1? They say, I say, what? Come on. You know, or I need to buy a beer. So give me $1, please. And number 2.
Can I ask you something?
Can I ask you something? Yes, go ahead. What do you want to ask?
Could you give me $1?
Good, good. You're very creative today. Number 3.
Could you lend me your phone?
Are you crazy?
No, no way.
I can lend you my dog or my cat, not my phone. Could you lend me your phone? Yeah, because it's something very nowadays very personal, isn't
Yeah,
it?
true.
So
Yes.
of course, if the person wants to take a picture or it's an emergency, the person needs to send a message. Okay, but it's like
I don't like much.
yeah. And number 4.
Can I borrow your car?
Sure, but bring it clean, washed, and the tank full.
Full.
Can I borrow your car? Yeah, I'm not that attached to cars. So if you need my car, it's okay, but bring it clean and full.
Yeah,
And if
okay.
you get any tickets, you're gonna pay.
And you're gonna pay. Are you write down the day that you
Yeah, oh yeah. No, I'm not gonna take responsibility. I'm not Jesus. I'm not gonna take your blame. So here you had this. So any questions about these points?
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
Okay. So you told me that you have problems with ing and ed.
Yeah, sometimes I think we change each other
Mhm.
when you talk. Exciting, excited.
Uh-huh. That's true. That's true. Yeah. You get confusion sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Right. So let us go here. Just practice a little bit. Here.
Well, that
Okay.
one is think about feelings.
Right. Exactly. Let me enlarge it here. Okay. So can you see here this practice here? Yeah. So number 1, the first one.
Yoga is very exciting. Relaxing.
Not exciting.
Relaxing.
Relaxing. No, it's you don't do yoga to be excited, man. And the next one.
I am excited.
Very good. The trip?
The trip was very interesting.
Uh-huh. She was
Interested with my present. No, surprised. She was surprised.
surprised. She is not
Satisfied.
phrasal verbs. Hello, 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 hello. Are you
Hello?
back?
Yes, I hear. Can you
Oh,
hear me?
yeah. There is an emergency. Your telephone is ringing all the time.
Don't know. The phrasal verbs are frustrated.
Frustrated. Which one? Frustrated or frustrating?
The phrasal verb are frustrating.
Are you sure?
Frustrating. Yeah.
Okay. They were
They were tired after match.
mom
Mom is worried.
Mhm. Actually, in this case, I think it could be both.
Worrying.
Yeah, she is worrying about me, but it's worried. That music,
It's really annoying.
and this game is
Amusing.
amusing. Let us check. Let us check. Ta-da! Wow, your score is 100%. Woohoo! Wow, good. All right, very good. So basically, the difference then between ing and ed is that when you're talking about something else, you say ing. Yoga is very relaxing. The trip is interesting. What else do we have here? Ing. Phrasal
Like
verbs are frustrating.
adjective. It's adjective.
Yeah. And when you're talking about how you feel, you put ed. So I am excited. She was
Excited.
surprised. She's
Surprised.
not satisfied. They were
Okay.
tired. So how I feel. Okay.
Okay.
But it's very important to notice this difference as well. Congratulations. Congratulations. So this concludes our video here. Let me stop here. Goodbye, Ale. Hold on.